It's 20 towns in 20 days on Eyewitness News, sponsored by Big Y. It's no big surprise, it's my Big Y.
Our spring journey around our great state of Connecticut takes us to East Hartford, a town that was originally a part of Hartford.
And tonight, Channel 3's Denise DeCenzo is live at East Hartford High School with more on how the town became the community it is today. And Denise, what a crowd behind you there.
I know, Aaron and Dennis. Can you believe this? Does this town have spirit on a drizzly, just dank, dark day? Look at the crowd we have here in East Hartford. It's great to see all of you here today. And I want to share with you. Yeah, go ahead. And what I found in my travels around East Hartford, this is a wonderful town with a great sort of small town community feel. And there's a lot of big attractions in this town, but what you may not know is that East Hartford has a critical place in the progress and history of aviation. Take a look.
And it is a touchdown.
Most people know East Hartford for Rentschler Field, Great River Park, and Cabela's. But what is not so well known is the history of East Hartford, a history that runs as long and as deep as the Connecticut River.
Well, the town of East Hartford was incorporated in 1783. For 300 years, our society was predominantly agricultural, and with tobacco being the main crop.
But all that changed in 1929 when Frederick Rentschler, head of the new Pratt & Whitney Aircraft Company, moved production from Hartford to a sprawling site in East Hartford. Sales of Pratt's first engine, the Wasp, were soaring. The air-cooled radial design was pure genius, providing more power with less weight.
Woman to fly the Pacific and the first person to fly it solo.
The Wasp powered Amelia Earhart across the Pacific and into the record books.
On this flight, really no bad weather at all.
And the Wasp carried Charles Lindbergh nonstop across the Atlantic into aviation history. During the 1930s, Lindbergh often visited East Hartford to consult with Pratt engineers. His desk is still there. Look closely. That's his signature inside the top drawer.
We continue to pioneer and really have a laser focus on continuing to change the game in aerospace.
We were granted special access to the Pratt & Whitney Customer Training Center in East Hartford, where aircraft mechanics from all over the world come to learn how to service and maintain Pratt engines, including the state-of-the-art gear turbofan.
It provides significant improvements in fuel efficiency, in noise reduction and emissions. So this is really game-changing technology.
How big is Pratt & Whitney in the aviation industry? Well, right now, 89,000 Pratt engines, just like this one, are transporting people all around the world every second of every day. Through the decades, the town of East Hartford has also played a major role in our nation's defense, a point of pride for many who live here.
When I was in the service, people knew about Pratt & Whitney East Hartford.
We design and produce the F-135 engines that go into the F-35 Lightning II. So that's really, really exciting.
Who could have known back in the 1700s that tobacco would give way to turbofans? But what is clear today is the place East Hartford will forever hold in the history and progress of aviation. And there's one more East Hartford fixture that I left out of the piece, but that's because I have a special surprise for you. Now, I want you to look carefully at this young man here. Does he look familiar to you? And if you run the Hartford Marathon, he just might. Tell us about what you do for the town of East Hartford, Jake Pizzullo.
So every year during the Hartford Marathon, at the corner of J Street and East Center Street, I play the bagpipes for the runners as they come through.
Wonderful. And how long have you been doing it?
About 10 years.
Wonderful. Would you think you could play us a little traveling music as we get it back to the studio? All right. Stand by. Here we go.